Hey Lee, it's John. Yeah, so you said to me that I can't expect you to handle my request for money on the moment. I didn't mind that. The fact that you were willing to launder some money for me was spectacular because although Miguel here has done it for me before, he's getting into concerns about it looking like money laundering to the Mexico government, where they do worry about stuff like that. So that was a miracle right there that you were able to do it. And I can't even get you my request in a timely way. It's 11 o'clock already on whatever day this is. And I haven't gotten to any tasks because I'm watching the Mariposas. Now they seem not to show up for my iPhone camera, but there's thousands of them. This part of Mexico, and I don't know, maybe all of Mexico. We're not even high in the mountains. We are in the mountains that stretch to the sea, and we're only a mile away from the Gulf Coast. And in 6 weeks here, I've not made it there because of having no car. But I'm watching hundreds, thousands of little butterflies fly by. And so I could sit and do that for a couple hours anytime and just get so happy. And I said to Alia, one of the family members here last night in the town of Vega, where they took me to get the $170, and thank you for that. That's transformed everything, because so much for me is in Vega rather than out here. El Diamante, little one-street town where nothing happens and there's only 400 people. But it's also quite miraculous because the butterflies are all here and the personnel are all here. The restaurant with a floor that some psycho poured with the intent for it to be a skate park. But it's really beautiful, and that's been so much life has happened for me in there in 6 weeks. Like with this young lady, Yara the 3-year-old. Mira, what's over here? Mira, look. What's there? Oh, look, it's Jason. And Jason is one of the key players. Jason's my absolute favorite dog of the 3 street dogs that have befriended me here, because they never get any love except for me. What would it be like, you figure, what would it be like to be a species that lives for love, and you know dogs, lives for love, has to be given love and has such an infinite reserve of love to give back, and to be born into a town, into a country where you have tremendous freedom. This guy can go anywhere he wants and he enjoys that, but never gets love. So people around the restaurant go, why is it that these 3 dogs follow him everywhere? They don't do that. They're not interested in people. Well, it was easy. I give them love. And every morning I say to each of them, I see you, just like they do in that one African country. In the morning, they don't say hello, they say, I see you. And that's what I say to them. I see you, I know who you are. So that dog and Mustafa, the little tan corgi, sleep under my car, which now is in the backyard here. For the longest time, 4 weeks, it was that. You can see the big canopy down there. The next canopy beyond that, and there's all these butterflies that don't even show up on the camera, but I see them. That's where I was for 4 weeks, and the big trucks that roar down this carretera would sound like they were going to come through my truck. And this is so intimate. Now I'm just a part of the family because I'm between the restaurant and the hotel up there where part of the family live, and the next house back there, you can kind of see it sticking through where part of the family live. I'm part of it all. So yeah, I'm task driven. I've been messing with the reminders, the alarms, to do stuff, straightening out the money with you. And then Zeke is a guy from Belize who a few weeks ago was sitting at that table over there right in the corner, and pretty magical encounter with him because Belize is an English speaking country, and he and I talked English, And I think you are pretty well aware, more than most people, about my difficulty with documents. I'm illegal in Mexico. I wasn't supposed to be able to get in at all. But Zeke, there's a whole thing with this carretera where although it's just a 2-lane road, it's a main thoroughfare on the east coast of Mexico. And people tow cars from North America up there down to Central America and sell them there. And he's got a business doing that. He also told me, yeah, you think there's no bandits. They're not interested in your truck, Jack. I was leading a convoy of 3 drivers and 6 cars that we were taking to Belize, and we had everything stolen. Guys with machine guns. So, yeah, it's a little more dangerous than you realize, even though mostly it's way overplayed, because for the average person, Mexico is way safer. Now, I've been misstating. I've been saying that regular people in Mexico are not allowed to own guns. Well, they're allowed to own a gun and keep it in their home for safety and protection. They're not allowed to wear it on their hip, like in Texas, where they're everywhere, where there's no control. At this point in Texas, there's no law of any kind regulating guns in Texas. You can wear them wherever you want, exposed, unexposed, no license, no nothing, no background check. So down here, it's pretty rigorous. To get a gun, you have to apply for it, and you have to keep it in your home. So I'm blissed out. I said to Elio last night, every time I look around and it looks like Mexico instead of the U.S., I go, how's this possible? I've longed for this for, I'm gonna cry, 40 years. 40 years I wanted to do that. How is it that I'm here? And I've only been here for 4 months, a little more. But I'm here. I'm here. And about to visit mountain towns. This little strip is not so spectacular except this field. There's horses out there, and it does rise up into the mountains. Quite beautiful. But the mountains rise up really high. And in another week or two, when my car's on the road, I'll go to Jalapa with an X at the beginning, which is something like 12,000 feet. And next to the highest mountain in Mexico. And they call it the city of flowers because there's flowers everywhere. I bet there's unbelievable butterflies there. And at this point, through this spectacular family that I've been basically part of the family, I have friends there. 2 cousins. One of whom I'm kind of hot for, and another of whom is a really sharp guy that I think we can be buddies. So we'll go to Jalapa, and then on the way to Mexico City, there's an indigenous mountain town, which I visited too, that were unbelievably beautiful and magical. These little towns of just indigenous people and hardly any cars, and yeah, up in the mountains. So there's another one of those on the way to Mexico City, and then I'm really hot for Mexico City. And then there's San Miguel de Allende, where I almost moved something like 12 years ago. So I'm in no hurry. I may spend a long time at any of those places, Jalapa, Mexico City, San Miguel de Allende, and I will make it to the ocean. And I probably will end up settling by the ocean, but I'm in no hurry, because I am in love. Also, we'll make just a little footnote to that. I'm like wildly in love, and the relationship is really building. If you had a chance to check out my videos from Friday, it was an unbelievable day. Look at that blue. I haven't seen a blue butterfly like that. Wow. And I'm calling her Mariposa, and she's calling me Don John. Now, Lee, you're not as old as me. I don't know if you ever got into the Don Juan books. John Juan, the same name. Don Juan, Carlos Castaneda. That's her little term of endearment for me, is Don John. So, I think I can be forgiven if I'm not totally on top of all my tasks. But I'm going to. Right now, the next thing I'm going to do is contact you about getting that money laundered. I hope nobody in the government sees this. But if we send it on WhatsApp, it's encrypted from end to end. So there you go. All right. Bye.